Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, did you know that about 90% of Forex traders lose money every single day? Hey, many people enter the Forex market thinking that they're just going to make profits only to end blowing their accounts. So there's this particular person who always asks, it is on a Monday and you've already blown your account, so what are you going to use to trade for the rest of the week? Well, it is on a Friday. You've been making your profits from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then you only end up to lose all that money in a blink on Friday or blowing your account. What are you going to use to trade the next week? Well, my notes are right here. I want to share with you some tips that can help you to avoid blowing your account every other time. So make sure that you do watch to the very end and have that one simple concept called patience, so that you do not miss out on any detail or bonus tips that I'm going to be sharing with you. Because the surprising part is that it's usually not the strategies that causes the problem. It is the mistakes that traders make without even realizing it. Okay? So make sure you like this video, shares all your, talk to me in the comment section, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can always talk to me via my socials, that is YouTube babe at Miss Maureen. In that account, I normally respond to anything concerning trading and we talk with people right there. In this video, I'll break down 5 mistakes that cause most of Forex traders to lose money and how you can avoid them so you are in the right place. Okay, so you can pick up pen and paper or just choose to use your phone as a note, a pad. I really want you guys to be making this money and stop blowing those accounts, because it's so easy if you put these things into practice. I don't know, you guys will tell me in the comment section if with this on or without, which one is better. I know some of these things you have had them before, but how many times have you put them into practice? Are you told how you can actually put it into practice? I'm going to be telling you all that. So mistake number 1. So the first mistake that you're going to look at is overtrading. Many beginners believe they need to take trades all the time to make money, and that's not the case. So they will enter the market again and again even when they do not have a clear setup. Well, on the other hand, professional traders understand the concept of waiting, that is patience, until they see the strategy or the setup that they normally follow is falling into place. Well, sometimes the best trade is simply waiting. When we talk about overtrading, we talk about, don't worry about this scribbling, I was teaching somewhere else, is taking 1 or 2 or just 3 trades for the day and calling it quits. Overtrading happens when you get the first trade, you make your $10, the second trade 20, let's just use small numbers, the next 40, and then you're at 60. You think, well, let's just continue, maybe I will get to 100 today. That is overtrading. No clear setup, to just getting into the trade again and again. So what happens is the prices goes back all the way to your entry. They pass your entry because you did not even safeguard that trade, and then they go back. You're now in negative 20, negative 30, and you start praying, please get me back to my entry, I'm just going to get out. And then before you know it, negative 100, negative 200, and your account is gone. So avoid overtrading. Once you get your first profit, try to safeguard that. Avoid trying to get more and more. That's where greed comes in. And if you're going to continue trading, at least trail your SL, your stop loss. Move it to BE. Okay? So that once prices decide to go against you, you're going to be on the safe side. Okay? I hope that sings. The other one we're going to look at, the other pointer, is poor. Okay, this one was meant to be on my head, but it still looks good even there. The other thing that you're looking at is poor risk management. Jot that down. Poor risk management. Many traders risk too much money on a single trade. When the market moves against them, the account takes a huge loss. But successful traders focus on protecting their capital first. A good rule many traders follow is risking only a small percentage per trade. So risk. You're going full margin on an account. When it comes to full margin, someone stated it's only a two-way game. It's either the trade goes with you or against you. If it goes against you, we go back to our blown accounts, huge losses and all. So you have to maintain a small percentage. Mostly if you're even going in out with your live account, maybe you're going in with a funded account, what you're supposed to actually do is at least risk a certain percent. I would recommend you be aware mentally that I am risking 0.05% on this trade. I'm risking 1% of my account, okay? 0.05% of your account. Make a plan, have a specific percentage that you are willing to risk, because if for example it's a 500 dollars account, if you decide it's 1%, you're going to be risking per trade $50, right? If you decide it's 0.5, you're going to be risking, is it $25 per trade. And then with that, your RR should be big. Risk 1%, risk 50 to at least make 100, okay? Or risk 50 to make 150, risk 25 to make 50. That is 1 to 2R, and you have risked 1% to make 2%. You have risked 0.5% to make 1%, okay? Have that in mind, so that if you lose the first trade, let's just say you lose your first trade and then you win the second trade, you see you'll still be safe, because you will get back what you had lost and you're going to make an extra on top. I hope you've noted that too. So the other thing, it's trading without a plan. Some traders open trades based on emotions, tips from friends, or just random signal online. Maybe you took this signal from someone and they already got it and you're already late, and you've not even confirmed is it really a buy at position 0.0 what, and you're already in. Maybe the market has moved 25 pips ahead and it then decides to turn back, okay? Well, for profitable traders, they always have a defined strategy. They know when to enter, when to exit, and how much they are willing to risk. I already told you about risk management. So anytime a friend of yours tells you, you know what, Maureen, acha to buy, check the chart and confirm, is this a good entry? Is this a good place? Is it a good timing? Have the prices already moved? Always confirm these minor details and you will avoid losing lots and lots of money, okay? And also, once you identify when to enter, do not forget to identify when to exit, because most of the time, especially if you're to follow my strategy, I normally get out at areas that I expect or anticipate the prices are going to react, and in most cases you'll find prices getting to that area and reversing. So if you are up $100 and then the prices starts reversing at that area because you did not identify your exit points, you'll start feeling frustrated, because you'll move especially for gold traders, you'll move all the way from 100 to 20 within seconds, or from 100 to -20 within seconds. So I hope you're faring on well. Make sure you like this video. You can always ask a question in the description or just talk to me via my socials. And let's dive into mistake number 4. I am using this mirror right here and I'm enjoying looking at myself. Anyways, emotional trading. The 4th mistake is emotional trading. After losing trade, many traders try to win the money back immediately. This is known as revenge trading. Instead of recovering losses, it usually leads to even bigger losses. I have been there, so I know. But successful traders stay calm and treat trading like a long-term process, okay? You're not going to if you had followed all the steps I have told you, you have managed your risk. You know, if I enter in this area, I'll exit in this area, I'm not over trading today, you're going to be able to safeguard your account. And when it comes to emotional trading, it will not trigger you a lot. In the beginning of my trading journey, I had noticed that most of the times, if I over risked and then prices started like having that a little bit of, you know, like they're going back, reversing a little bit or retesting a certain area, I'll start panicking. That's where emotions come in. No, if you do not, and then later on I realized if I was risky, I was used to over risking let's say I was supposed to get into a trade with 0.02, you find yourself getting in with 0.05. When this trade starts going against you and you are in a drawdown of like -40 and your account is small, you'll start feeling like, oh my god, should I close this trade? What should I do? What should I do next? And then you find that you might close that trade at -40 and then the prices go back and now they follow the path that you're following, because even you do not have a set SL stop loss, so you are just scared and emotional. So just avoid emotional trading. And that is not the only case. Other times you might be going through something. If you feel that you're not in the right headspace, just avoid the charts. The last point, which affects most people, even those who come into my comment section, is lack of patience. Okay, many people enter Forex expecting fast money, but trading is a skill that takes time to master. It is a skill that takes a time to master. The traders who succeed are the ones who stay patient, keep learning and improve over time. Okay, and now because I am coming to the end of the video, I felt like I have been explaining this video like everyone understands everything concerning trading. Anyways, next time I'll try and be slightly vague. I really hope I did not, yeah, I just thought of that person who has never traded before, but I tried guys. So that is the case. The last is lack of patience, and an example of someone without patience is someone who has not watched this video to the very end. They lack patience, because you will find, for example, when you go to the charts, a candlestick has moved your way massively, and then you find yourself getting into the trade, and that is wrong. Because in most cases, once there's that massive move, we wait for a pullback and then you look for the best entry if the prices will continue that way, and if the strategy you're using is telling you that a particular trade is going that way. So you'll have to wait, because you will buy to that area at the top and it's going to, you'll buy that resistance where that big huge candle, that engulfing candle has gone to, and then it's going to go back down to create a better entry point for the traders that are patient. And you'll be on a losing side, you'll be on a drawdown, you'll be start panicking. Oh my god, This is what they call mental torture, and you should just avoid it. Follow these 5 things before you start doing anything. Follow those 5 things. I really wish you the best, and maybe continue hitting them TPs. For the brokers I use, I told you, just check in the description. If you have any other question, always ask in the comment section or talk to me via my TikTok accounts and also on Instagram. So let's catch up over there. See you on the next video. Wish you the best.